Let's fucking do it.
Oh shit, the Jew's back. And we're not live on YouTube, so we can say what the fuck we want to say now.
So,
I didn't know that we weren't live, so we're like pre-recording. What's up?
yeah, so if the Hannibal directive was actually being practiced by the IDF, then how come every single Israeli hostage in Gaza hasn't been found dead or alive?
Why have they been found dead or alive?
No, why haven't they been? If the Hannibal directive was in practice by the IDF,
yes,
then how come every single Israeli hostage right now in Gaza hasn't been found dead or alive? Because if the Hannibal directive says we'll do it by any means possible to free a captive IDF soldier or Israeli citizen,
yes,
then how come every single Hamas captive hasn't been rescued regardless if they're dead or alive?
Okay, so before I answer this, I'm glad that you did your research and figured out that the IDF kills their own, right, to prevent them being taken so they don't have to deal with hostages. So here's the thing, bro.
That's not even what the Hannibal directive
That's what it is.
said. No, it's not.
Did you even read it?
It basically says that the Hannibal directive said it would not purposely kill their own, but it says it will go by any means possible,
which means killing their own.
Which could put the captive at risk. But what I'm saying is they haven't, because when I say they haven't, because we have not found every single hostage. We know where every single hostage.
Because here's the thing,
every single hostage is.
It's because obviously Hamas was successful and successfully kidnapped some of them. That's why.
Oh, so they did
killed
October
others.
7th. So Hamas did October 7th, not the IDF, because that's what you told me 30 minutes ago. That's what you told me 30 minutes ago. Dude, come here. Here. I have something to show you. Come here.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to go over there. So let me just go ahead and address this, because I can't believe that you're this dense. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Yeah. So let me just go ahead and address this real quick.
Bro, it's too
All right, let me just go
now.
ahead. Let's go ahead and address this. So, okay, let me go ahead and address this, because this guy is clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. So here's the reality, dude. On October 7th, 1,200 people were killed, right? Now, okay, we're going to go into that. So we know that roughly 400 of those people that were killed were IDF, which is enemy combatants, fair game, unfortunately. The loss of life sucks, but that's war, right? So 400 were killed. That leaves us with about 800 total. We know for a fact that at least 200 Israelis were killed by the IDF thanks to the Hannibal directive, because they did not want them to be captured, right? And then that leaves us about 600. So at absolute most, Hamas killed 600 people that day. That's obviously a travesty, and it sucks. Hold on, let me finish my point, dude.
Now it's 600.
That's obviously horrible. And then another 200 were kidnapped. But the point I'm trying to make is, during the course of the IDF trying to stop the attacks, because remember, they didn't know what the hell was going on. They were shooting tanks into kibbutzes. They were shooting they were using Hellfire missiles shooting at people because they weren't able to identify who the hell was who. A lot of people ended up getting killed by the IDF. Now, when Hamas went in there, their goal was to take hostages. Why?
Oh, so the IDF didn't. So let's say, even like theoretically, if your argument was true, like, which is not, by the way, just let's get that straight. If that argument is true,
cannot get over October 7th was Israel's fault.
That's what happened on October 7th.
Did not kill their own civilians on purpose, which you were saying 30 minutes ago. So now you're already caving. See here,
bro, what the fuck are you? Look. Dude, when they run the Hannibal directive, you gotta understand, they're just shooting at every single car that's making it back to fucking Gaza, because they can't afford to have more hostages. So they're shooting at everything, and they don't care who it is, because they're looking at it like whether it's a hostage or a Hamas fighter.
It was pretty obvious whether it was a terrorist or a hostage. It was pretty obvious. Here.
Dude, they were killing everybody.
I want you to show me where the Israeli perpetrator is in this video.
They were killing everybody because they didn't want to have to deal with hostage negotiations, because whenever they have to deal with hostage negotiations, look up a guy named Khalid Shalit. Look up a guy named Khalid Shalit. He was an IDF soldier. He was an IDF soldier that was captured, and they had to return 1,000 Palestinians to get him back. They don't want to have to do that. And then, like I said before,
we care about our own civilians. Yes, we'll go through hell and high water to get him back.
What?
Because we care about our own civilians. Yes, we will pay whatever the price is.
No, it's actually the opposite. That's why they fucking kill their guys now, so they never have to be put in that diplomatic position again.
I want you to show me where the Israeli perpetrator is. Come here in this video.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Like I told you what it is. Because, dude, you didn't understand any of this shit.
I think I should be.
You didn't even know what the Hannibal directive was an hour ago, dude.
You should be asking.
You didn't even know what the fuck it was an hour ago.
You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Like, dude, what's your question? What else do you got? Because you got proven wrong with the Hannibal directive on October 7th.
I told you a question. I want you to show me the Israeli perpetrator in this video.
Here's the facts. Now that we went over the numbers.
Well, you change your facts. Your facts change every 30 minutes or so.
At most, Hamas killed 600 Israelis on that day, and that is fucking horrible. I just explained to you how it can't be 1,200. I literally just told you how it can't be 1,200
minutes ago.
I explained it to you how they can't be 1,200. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, 600 got killed by Hamas at the absolute most. That's still horrible. However, Israel went back and killed what? 60,000. And that's just what we know of the people that were killed by Israel directly. That doesn't count for the people that starved. That doesn't count for the people under the rubble. We're getting closer to 300 to 400,000. So let me get this straight. Israel gets 600 of their people killed, and then they go ahead and kill 100,000 plus. Does that sound fair to you?
Well, does the Allies, what the Allies did in World War II, does that sound fair? Does blowing Dresden to smithereens sound fair to you?
It's 2025. We have way more military capabilities than we do before.
Yeah, we've been
also,
using that.
intelligence agencies play a way bigger role in wars now.
Sending texts against citizens out of harm's way and using them as human shields.
Oh, really? That's your argument? It's going to be human shields?
Well, that's what Hamas does. Yes.
Okay.
The Hamas is they're responsible for their own citizens. Yes.
If they're underground, right? They have all these tunnels. Why would you bomb above ground and kill innocent people then?
Because you have to get above ground to get below.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how the Earth works.
Are you aware of the fact that like Israel ran a?
So you're gonna what? So basically, through his logic, he's gonna bomb so much that it's gonna go to the ground. God damn, them niggas up top is done. Them niggas up top is crisp.
10-year-long operation where they were able to detonate a bunch of phones and pagers and kill people directly. And then when they went ahead in Operation Rising Lion and they went and killed a bunch of Iranian military officials as well as scientists, they used like direct missiles to kill them and their apartments. So Israel has the capability of running intelligence operations alongside their military to do direct strikes. But when it comes to Gaza, they don't give a fuck. They're bombing the hell out of them and killing everybody.
Because yeah, you can conduct a direct strike
83%
on several
of the people
military
killed in
officials,
Gaza are
when
civilians.
When you have thousands of terrorists hiding beneath a hospital for God's sakes, then
why is there no proof of it being a Hamas base? They said that it was a Hamas base. They didn't show any proof.
It's probably beneath Hamas's headquarters is beneath the Al-Aqsa hospital in Gaza.
So you bombed it above and killed a bunch of innocent people. Look, the reality, dude, and this is tough for you to defend. I know it is.
That's a direct violation of the Geneva Convention.
You guys have killed like
100x beneath the hospital.
You guys have killed like 100x, damn near, of innocent people compared to the people that were killed on October 7th. Like, it's not symmetrical whatsoever. And you're just bombing and killing a bunch of people. This is why it's a genocide going on. And this is why nobody likes Israel.
But nobody likes you, clearly. So, I mean, it's like...
Dude, you're Jewish. Dude, you're Jewish.
Asking me the questions. You should be
Dude, you're fucking Jewish and nobody cares. Like, honestly.
And what are you?
Like,
and what are you?
I'm an American patriot.
Yeah,
I'm
so
America first, America only. Fuck Israel.
You know,
and honestly, a lot of you Jews create a lot of fucking problems. We're going to be honest here. You guys come in and you push your fucking porn. You guys come in and lie about the fucking Holocaust. You guys always will have this victim narrative. You guys want to go ahead and push feminism and LGBTQ and all that other bullshit. Matter of fact, if we're going to talk about trannies, who pushed it? Magnus Hirschfeld. He was a fucking weird gay guy, and the Nazis burned the book.
I was saying that was in 19, bro. Like Magnus Hirschfeld, y'all niggas don't have no book knowledge. That's the problem. Y'all niggas don't read shit. See, y'all niggas think y'all really read. Y'all don't really read shit. Y'all niggas ain't really Magnus. There we go. How old was this nigga? See, look, he died in 1935, so I want to say 1919. Yeah, he was the first LB. This is in 1868. That's what I'm saying. This is in old night before LGBTQ in America was a thing, before any of that shit. He was the one starting that shit. That's why they was burning them fucking books, because it was books about transgenderism and LGBTQ and all that extra faggotry.
Books. Why? Because they were pushing a bunch of degeneracy, and then we went ahead and we got all this transgender bullshit going on. And what ends up happening with the transgender shit? Kill innocent kids. We got two Christian kids that got killed the other day because of a Jewish construct of transgenderism and homosexuality that Jews push.
Leftist construct.
Yeah, and who are the biggest leftists?
Not the Jews anymore.
Oh, what was Karl Marx? What was Karl Marx?
I mean, he's a Jew, but he's a communist.
Yeah, exactly. He's a fucking Jew. So let's be honest, we're going to have that conversation. Israel's created a lot of problems for us, and I don't want to fucking support it anymore. And we got a genocidal fucking crazy warpath people that don't give a fuck about anybody else. You guys kill innocent people all the time. You guys start a bunch of wars. We don't want to be involved anymore. Deal with your own fucking problems. Let your neighbors invade you and destroy you guys because you guys don't want to fucking exercise diplomacy. It's not our problem, dude. Honestly.
No more
aid to Israel.
You don't want to come see my receipts? That's all I got to say, that you're a coward.
You don't have any fucking receipts, dude. You didn't even know what the Hannibal Directive was. You guys do false
I
flags?
just told you what it was, and then you changed your number, saying it was you changed your number, saying that it was zero, saying it was zero civilians.
All right, Jew. Let's move to the next person.
You're
Nobody cares, you. Get out of here. No one gives a fuck. Fuck Israel. Jews create a lot of problems.
Good afternoon.
What's up,
How
man?
are you doing today?
What was that?
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I wanted to first thank you for coming and giving a platform for our young people to speak today.
All right, man.
Thank you.
You're very
So-
dapper. I like it.
So I wanted to ask you, can you agree that our nation is one of its most divided times in history?
This is one of our most, what, divided times?
Divided times in history between people, conservatives and liberals.
Sure, yeah. You can make that argument to a degree, yeah.
So how do you think we as a country can foster productive conversation to actually put our country first rather than hating people on the other side of political parties?
Yeah. No, that's a great question. I think it starts with being able to have open discussion, open debate.
You got to be able to have a discussion, because if we can't have conversations or talk about anything, then it just leads to fighting.
Right, like kind of what we're doing now, and allow ideologies to clash, and then let the people get educated on what's going on. And then, you know, I think most people have some kind of common sense. The fact that we had Donald Trump and J.D. Vance having to campaign saying like, oh yeah, we're campaigning on common sense, that's very scary. That tells you that like if a president's campaigning on common sense, that it's no longer common anymore. So that's a problem. So I think having open debate, limiting censorship, having these tough discussions, allowing all parties to the table to discuss ideas, I think that's step one. And then hopefully we could come on some, some equal footing and equal ground. But if we don't allow people to come in with their ideologies, how the hell are we going to figure out coming to an equal ground if we're going to exercise more censorship? So that's what I think.
Exactly, Ruby. So many doors are closed before they're even open in this country because of cancel
Exactly.
culture and censorship. It's terrible.
Yeah, and like, for example, the stuff I'm talking about Israel and stuff, what I just said about trans and Karl Marx and Magnus Hirschfeld, a lot of people here might not know this because it's been censored for so long.
Most niggas don't know that shit because niggas are dumb. Niggas hear some shit and they just believe it. Oh, for real? That's what happened? Oh, shit. God damn it.
Because we know who runs the censorship regimes and who runs the social media platforms. So we can't even have these discussions because it's offensive to some people. So I think us being able to talk about ugly truths or dark history or challenging certain narratives that were put out there, it's very important.
Exactly, I agree. And I'm not here to take up too much time today, but I had one more question for you.
Sure.
I'm a man of business, but also a man of exercise. Can I come up there and do 20 push-ups with you right now?
How about the end?
Okay,
At the
let's
end
do
we
it.
will.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
At the end we will. Sure.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank
Appreciate
you so
it.
much, bro. Great questions. We need more guys like that, open-minded, dapper, etc. Who's up next? Hello.
Open-minded, dapper, etc.
Yeah, we're not live anymore, so we're just like pre-recording, so we're just fucking lit. Oh, we're live on Rumble still? All right, cool. Awesome.
Shout out to Rumble.
Yeah, definitely W Rumble, man.
Hello.
Free speech is something that we need. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good.
I want to just bring 3 points that you bring, claiming that women are better than men. The first was physical strength. Can I ask you a question? If physical strength is something that you are bringing as a reason men are better, can we say that elephants are better than men then?
Oh man, this bitch got her job on and she's stupid. That's why you need to take your funky ass back over to where the fuck you was at, and they gonna teach you why men are better. You got the whole shit on. You should know why men are better. Like, and then what's annoying is they keep saying, since you said the physical attribute of being stronger is why men are better. That was one of the reasons. Men are better at everything. That's why you have to say some dumb shit like, are elephants better? Because you could name some shit that women are better at, you dumb bitch. Oh, man. This shit is like God.
Elephants are better than what?
Than men.
Stupid.
Because they have more physical strength than men.
Okay, this is comparing apples to oranges once again, but okay.
No, you bring that physical strength, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
But an
elephants
elephant
are
isn't
better.
a human.
Yeah, but it's the physical strength they have.
I mean, look, if we're going to go down this road, you know what? Elephants are probably more useful with their tusks, worth more money. So,
Then
yeah.
men then? Then
So-
men then?
Yeah.
Then men?
Yeah, sure. Like a tusk is worth quite a bit of money. I'd
Okay.
probably use
Okay,
that
you
to a
answered
degree.
your own question.
Sure.
The second was like these buildings that we can see around.
This is why I would have been like, this is why college is useless. Come up here, ask this dumb ass question. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes.
Okay, We appreciate that. Men build that. But let me tell you one thing. The mic I'm holding and you are holding, and it's connected to Bluetooth and you are shouting, that is created by a woman. The laptop you have there, the first algorithm was written by a woman. The GPS that you have in your phone and you turn that on and you go to your office, that has been created by a woman. When you lay down in your bed and you turn on your Wi-Fi, that is something that women did.
Wi-Fi was not built by women. None of these things
and
were.
And the last thing,
all lies.
go please read, then come speak here. The third thing, you're bringing the example of push-ups. Can you carry a baby in your belly for 9 months? Then I can say you are better than a woman then. My point.
What's so funny is it's so easy to carry a baby. All these bitches do it. Every bitch would rather carry a baby for 9 months than be a wife. So I hate hearing you think it's hard, man. We have to carry a baby. Y'all bitches would rather carry a whole child for 9 months and not know the nigga who fucked you and nutted inside of you, whose child it is, and then be a wife. So that shit is easy. Carrying a baby is easy. I don't know why. You know what's so funny? I feel like the problem was niggas tricked women into thinking having babies was hard. Yeah, it's hard if you're old and running out of fucking eggs and your quality sucks. Yeah, it's hard. But if you're young, like you're supposed to be, in your prime fertile years, 18 through 25, it's not hard. Nigga, dumb bitches is popping them babies out like crazy. Ask my sister, she popped that motherfucker out like shit. Okay? Back to normal the next day. I said, God damn, what the fuck did you have one? Shit. So, I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't know why giving birth is so.
You need a man to carry the baby in the first place.
No men, not women. They are here to complete each other. The world can be built by a mutual respect, not saying I am better.
You can either respect them or understand them, but you can't do both. Respecting them means treating them as equals, and women do not want to be treated as equals, okay? Let me face screen this, because I talked about this last stream, I think, but let me reiterate it. You can either respect women or you can understand them, but you can't do both. And niggas would be like, what? Anya, you don't respect what? No, because I understand them, and they don't want respect. Respect means treating as equal, means doing as, like I said, equal, egalitarian type of idea. So if I respect women, that means I am expecting them to do what they do for me. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I respect you, right, I expect you to, I respect you as an equal, right? So if I respect you as an equal, that means I don't hold the door open for you. You hold it, whoever's there first type shit. So if you're there first, you hold that motherfucker open for me, because we respect each other as equals. When niggas is, if I'm getting jumped, I expect you to come risk your life and put your life on the line and fight. I'm not talking about run away and call somebody to help. I'm talking about get in the dirt with me. And because we're equals, we got to fight together. So it's like, another example, we're equal, 50-50. So if we're equals, I expect you to pay your half and me to pay my half. So that means you should be working as much as I am. We're equal. So that's why it's like, you can either respect them or understand them. I understand them. I understand she doesn't want to be equal. She wants me to pay the bills and fight to death with my life, not hers. Okay, I get that. I'm fine with that. Which is why I understand I can't treat her as an equal. I see what I'm saying. So there you go, right there. Easy lesson for you boys.
Perfect. Or you are better than me. And bringing from your own religion, as I think you said you are Muslim, and I am a Muslim as well. So the best one is the righteous one, not the man or nor the women. Thank you.
All right, do you speak Arabic?
I am not Arab.
Where are you from? Like,
I don't want to say personal information.
You don't want to say where you're from?
No.
All right, well, look, where's Muhammad when you fucking need him? Holy shit, man. Dude, Like, I don't know why this woman is here and talking about elephants and all this other stuff. Like, bro, you're Muslim, so you should know that men and women are not the same at all. You know that we are the leaders of you guys.
Bring a reason from
and
your
quite
own
frankly,
religion.
Bring
a reason. No.
I'm
here to listen.
Nigga started speaking. Nigga started speaking Arabic. Yo, I need to learn how to speak different languages, bro. That shit is hilarious.
You are asking me to listen, so you should listen as well.
Yeah, we should get Muhammad out here. So, look, man, it's very simple. Number one, women didn't invent Wi-Fi. That's a fucking lie. And let's assume that they did invent GPS and all this other stuff.
If you are saying
men invented the cars for the GPS. Men invented the roads for the fucking GPS. Shout out to Henry Ford, real nigga, man.
You are just speaking your own words.
Henry Ford was a real guy.
Which is not true. Okay, I am a debater, and I did research about that for over 7
You're not debating. You're just talking over him. Like, I can't stand motherfuckers. Like, you're just yapping right now. You're not even debating. You're just yapping.
years. So
Muhammad
please just
don't
don't speak.
Where's Muhammad, bro? When you
Thank
fucking
you.
need
I
him?
don't want to discuss an 80-degree Fahrenheit because this is not the place to discuss. Thank you.
Anyway, so again, a couple of these things he mentioned, like I find interesting. Wi-Fi was not created by women. Bluetooth or any of these other things, GPS. Let's assume women did create it. Well, who created the roads for the GPS to be effective? Who created the cars for you to be able to even use the GPS? Like, again, like I said before, like women come in like an assist role, right? And they're like, look at what I did here, whatever. It's like,
look what I added to the little, like, bitch, without the whole road, without the car, we wouldn't need that shit, okay, nigga? The car wasn't so goddamn advanced, we wouldn't need that shit. We wouldn't need that shit.
A kid with the fucking finger painting. It's like, oh, this is so beautiful. Thank you so much. But like, I already have a fucking portrait over here. That's what women do. They contribute a little bit and they feel like I did so great or whatever. It's like, bruh, come on, man. It's like, okay, congratulations. You guys figured out GPS when we built the entire infrastructure for GPS to make.
When we put the fucking satellite in space. We put the goddamn satellite in space. Bitch figured out how to use the satellite to connect to the phone. Like, I can't stand these.
Fatality.
Sense.
Hey, sir.
What's up?
My name is Cody. It's nice to meet you.
What's up?
What's up, Cody?
I'm not here to yell at you. Not here to debate with you. I really don't think I have much to debate with you because despite what many here believe, I actually agree with you on some of the things you say.
Let's go.
God
America's
damn it,
slowly
Cody.
getting more bass. Let's go.
God damn it, Cody knocking over my
That's
damn
gonna make
mic.
the YouTube. All right, but I do have more of just a question, a simple question, and it's, are you religious at all? My asking is...
I'm not.
Okay, so not Muslim, not Christian, not Jewish.
I grew up in a Muslim household, but I'm not religious.
Okay, I was more like just curious as to why.
Well, I mean, something that I definitely want to, become closer to. I do think that religion is very important. I do think that it answers a lot of problems in modernity. I've just never been that religious myself, but I do have a great deal of respect for all the, all the three religions of the book. Okay. Paganism and Hinduism and shit, though, that's just weird. I don't believe in paganism. I think that's a fucking problem. If you're worshiping idols and shit, you're a fucking weirdo. So, yeah.
So the real reason I'm really asking is because, so I'm a Christian. I follow Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. I believe he's the Lord and Savior. I believe that he... I believe that he came and died for our sins, for my sins, for your sins, for everyone else's here sins. That's why I follow the Bible. I feel like that's my moral code. My moral code is set on the Bible. A lot of people here may not be, religious. They may have different types of moral codes. Some follow the Quran, some follow the Torah. I follow the Bible. And my question was more like, are you open to Christianity? Are you open to Jesus? Because like you said, you have a great deal of respect for Jesus, for the Christians, for their belief. You said earlier that they have you respect the things that they stand for. So my question is, are you open to learning about Jesus?
Yeah, I've been studying the Bible a bit. My guy Andrew Wilson's been awareing me. He's actually the one that taught me about
AW the GOAT.
How
y'all don't know about Andrew Wilson? I'm putting you on right now. Put you on Andrew Wilson. Go look up some clips. That nigga is the GOAT.
Modern Israel is not the Israel in the Bible that they, these stupid evangelicals always try to push and justify with their dispensationalism. So I've been learning a bit. I do think that understanding the religious context, especially when it comes to this conflict, makes you more educated on it. The Islamic faith obviously has a great deal of respect for Jesus. I mean, if you insult him in a Muslim country, they are going to come and whoop your ass. You can't go to Saudi Arabia and speak poorly about Jesus. So, I am studying the different religions, trying to understand that better to make me more aware of global conflicts, because unfortunately religion does play a significant role in a lot of these conflicts.
Okay, like I said, I agree with you on a lot of things. I'm actually from California. I'm a South Carolina student from California, so
Okay.
I come from an area where there's not a lot of freedom of speech like this.
Yeah.
For sure. As you probably know, Turning Point USA, they got their tent torn down at one of the UC schools. But coming here, experiencing a lot of freedom like this, it's pretty cool. However, last year I was also here watching you, and your main argument was that women deserve less. And my main, I guess my question onto that is, where does that stem from for you? Is that your own personal beliefs? Is that...
No, women deserve less because, unfortunately, hold up. Yeah. Women deserve less because, chat, unfortunately, through feminism, they have been told that they deserve everything. Even when they're a piece of shit human, or if they're overweight, or if they're, like I said, rude, crass, disrespectful, they deserve it all. So, unfortunately, when Myron says women deserve less, he's just telling guys, relax. He's just telling guys not to, when you first deal with women, not to give her your fucking left nut. That's really it.
The Muslim respect for women and men, like where does that stem from for you?
So so when I say women, why women deserve less, right? In this is my book, by the way, where I talk about this. It's only less than 100 pages because women deserve less. But I talk about giving less money, less marriages, less social media time, less attention, etc. Now, when I say that, what I'm saying by that is I need men to be able to put themselves first, get in a position where they're successful in the first place, then to bring a woman in as an accessory and provide for that woman and do their duties, right? Because I think men should understand that, based on all the books of the religion in the book, like, men are supposed to be the providers and the protectors, and I truly do think that men need to do that for their wife. If she does want to work on the side, that's fine. But I also think that men need to understand and keep their eyes open that we live in a different dating marketplace. Women have changed significantly. A lot of them don't believe in traditional values. A lot of them think that they're equal to you. A lot of them, if you tell them, hey, can you make me a meal, she'll tell you, make it yourself. And I think that's extremely problematic. And I think men need to navigate the dating marketplace now. In 2025 is significantly different than in 1955. So when I tell guys to women deserve less, what I'm saying is you need to go in with a bit of doubt and see if the woman can earn more from you, because you are going to be held to an extremely high standard when you do date her and eventually marry her. So I just, that's what I mean when I say that. I don't want guys to be simps where they're coming into a relationship and doing everything for a woman that doesn't reciprocate. And that's unfortunately where we are nowadays, where a lot of guys don't understand their worth and their woman runs the relationship, happy wife, happy life. This is all a bunch of faggotry that doesn't really make sense or adhere to how the world really works. It's supposed to be happy kingdom.
Sure, and I actually respect you on a lot of those opinions. Well, I don't want to take up too much of their time. I know a lot of people are here like yelling and want to rage bait with you. But I mean, I just want to share before I leave that Jesus Christ loves you. He loves everyone else here. And I am praying for you. I pray that one day you are able to turn to Jesus Christ and go to church. And I pray that for you, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
What a good guy.
It's the future of America right there, baby.
What a good guy.
What's up, man?
I have a quick series of
If
questions.
you could just speak up, please.
I have a quick query of questions. Series
Sure.
of questions.
Sounds like
so
he's
earlier
queer.
in this debate, you said something along the lines of women rights come from men.
Yes.
You did say that. Can you elaborate, just because it's been like an hour or so since
Yeah,
the
no.
last-
It's easy. I can elaborate for you, Aquarius. No, I'm just... Women's rights come from men because we're the only niggas who can enforce them. Okay, so say we said fuck y'all, we don't give a fuck about y'all. Guess what? If a nigga came and invaded, or somebody came and tried to hurt y'all, nothing would happen because nobody would be able to enforce it. Because what the fuck would you do? Exactly my whole point. That we give y'all the rights. Okay, we say okay. What rights are we gonna enforce for women? That's literally what they say. What rights are we going to enforce for women? Because they're not for us. The fuck? But we're the only ones who can enforce them because we're men, and we have the monopoly on force. just reality that you got to wake up to.
No problem. I'll quickly go through it. Men control the monopoly of force. Since men have the monopoly of force, we are the ones that allow women to have the rights or the privileges they do. And if we wanted to take away, we could take it away. And actually, a minority men could probably get away with taking it away. So that's really what it comes down to. We have the egalitarianism and the equality that we have because men allow women to be equal, and we allow women to have the rights and privileges that they have.
Okay, so men give each other rights as well, correct?
To a degree, yes.
To a degree. So where do rights come from? Just a mutual understanding among men themselves?
Yeah, I mean, you can make that argument. I mean, it really comes, if we're going to be super biological about it, it really comes down to, like, you know, who controls the force, right? So, like, for example, the United States, we're able to do certain things and get away with certain things because we are the world power, right? We don't have to, we can sanction the ICC, for example, and tell them, fuck international law. We don't care that Netanyahu is a war criminal. We're going to sanction you guys. Why? Because we have the monopoly of force. So we can do that.
Okay, so we can do that as men. However, when we look at each other as men, and we like to categorize each other like by race and sexuality, all that other stuff. So who has the force in terms of race, would you say? Like, who has like the majority of force?
I mean, that's a very complex question because it depends on what region of the world are we talking.
Right.
Like, are we, we're talking about world? Like, are we talking about different regions or America or China? What are we talking?
Let's do America.
I mean, you can, if you're going to go ahead and use the government as a representation, you could say white men.
Okay. And you don't like the idea of discrimination, obviously, right? I would hope so. Perhaps.
Well, look, I'm for discrimination if it discriminates against people that aren't qualified.
Oh, okay. So,
And that's the way it should be. We should be discriminating based on ability.
okay. So qualifications. So you don't like the idea of stereotyping because what if someone just kind of like?
No, I think stereotyping is fantastic.
Oh, actually, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because let's be honest here. Stereotypes basically come from
I'm supposed to say they stereotypes come from pattern recognition, from niggas recognizing patterns.
pattern recognition, and pattern recognition comes from either observed behaviors that you've seen or what you've seen in general operate. And I think that there's nothing wrong with stereotyping people because the reality is, as human beings, our job is to quickly identify people and put them in a box as we meet them. You don't have the time to sit there and get to know them and know their name and where they're from and if they're from a good family or whatever. You're just going to kind of go off of what you see. So let's be honest here. If we were all in a dream world, right, and we're walking down the street in New York City, right, and you see 4 black dudes coming at you with Nike, flight suits on, you're probably going to cross the street, right? Let's be honest. Most people here would probably cross the street. Now there's some people here that would be like, no, I'm not racist. I'm going to walk down the street. But a lot of us are not going to take that risk. We're going to cross the street. There's nothing wrong with that. That's pattern recognition based off of stereotypes, which there's nothing wrong with that because you're trying to put yourself in a situation where you are not the victim of a violent crime based off of the statistics and what you've seen. Now, with that said, I think it's a very valid human response. Now, you can obviously prove stereotypes wrong through merit and, showing that you're a competent individual, but to sit there and say that this stereotypes don't exist or they're bad, it conflicts with reality.
Ignorant.
So you say we can prove stereotypes wrong. Has history not shown...
On an individual basis.
Okay, that's great. So so you're not speaking generally anymore. So would you say that women are just generally less or not as good as men just because of the fact that they're women and that's good?
Well, I mean, yeah. The reality is that men just have a natural proclivity to work hard. Women don't, right? Now, are there women out there that can rise to the occasion and work hard and become successful? Of course. But they don't have a natural proclivity to perform like men do. Because the reality comes down to this. All the innovation that we see, the world that we see, it was all built on men that want to get laid. Because we are put on earth to procreate and have families. A man being able to have a family or a man being able to get sexual access is contingent upon his ability to create status, resources, etc. So men have a natural proclivity to work because of sexual access. Women don't have this burden because a woman, if she's hot, can be useless. There's a reason why they have the whole stereotype of blonde bimbos. Why? Because if she's hot, she's blonde, whatever, she's probably going to be able to get access to men. Or we have the whole concept of women being bimbos in general. Hot girls are stupid. Why? Because if they're stupid, if they're hot, they can afford to be stupid because there's no natural proclivity on them to perform. But there's no such thing as let's just go ahead and have this economy of guys that are stupid and hot. Women don't value looks as much as men do.
Do you like having moral standards in this society?
Moral standards?
Yes, like because you're saying the word naturally a lot, but
Yeah.
so let's refer to morals on the basis that rights come from morals, right? We define rights based off of like, okay, we understand that murder is probably wrong, definitely. So like things like that, morals. Morals composes of two elements, I would say, logic and emotion. You say men are more logically driven, and then you say women are more
Morals come from logic and emotion.
emotionally driven. So is it not fair to say that we, like men and women, are supposed to build up society together, and it's not just solely the work of the men?
Well, the reality, if we're going to build up families, yeah, that's a man and a woman, but like society itself is not built by women, man. I mean, that's just an uncomfortable reality that no one wants to accept because women simply aren't interested in these things. They're not interested in being construction workers. They're not interested in being power linemen or electrician or plumbers or, doing infrastructure type work. They're just not interested in it because we are biologically different. Women are more concerned with people. Men are more concerned with things. And this is why we naturally align and go into certain job fields. And if you look at like the Scandinavian countries, for example, right? Like where they have the most egalitarianism, you can see an even more pronounced distribution of where like the women go ahead and go more into nursing or jobs that deal with the social sciences, etc., and then the men go ahead and deal with the jobs that deal with more things. Like we're just very different. But the point I'm trying to make here is that men have a natural proclivity to work because our identity and our status is contingent upon it. Versus for women, a woman can choose to work, but it's elective. She can still go ahead and marry a higher status man and acquire status through marriage. We cannot do that most of the time. Men must acquire status to be able to increase their status versus women can marry into it. This is why a majority of women get their wealth through divorce or through prenuptial, not having a prenuptial agreement, whatever it may be, right? Or they're given the value from like maybe someone dies or their dad was rich or whatever. That's just the reality. So women just don't have the same proclivity to work as hard as men do because we have the burden of performance. They don't.
Yep.
Okay, so and this was all talk about working in the work field. Okay, but like once again, outside of the work field, because morals are not bound by work per se.
He's not talking about. He said men have a proclivity to work hard, regardless if it's the work field or not. Men have a proclivity to work hard.
But you keep using work as an example because I guess
we started with stereotypes, and then you talked about like women, can men work harder than women or whatever. That's why I'm telling you these things about like stereotyping. I think is fine. I think it's natural. It is what it is. And then when it comes to men and women, we are different. Men have a way higher burn of performance than women do. It's just what it is. We don't like to admit this, but yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right.